Okay, so I know I did a book unhaul recently, but I have another one, and this is why. So originally, the video that was supposed to go up yesterday was going to be a makeup declutter, but a small one. But there's a couple things I need to go through, and then I was going to do a book unhaul today to go up, but I'm waiting for a book because I ordered one today. So I decided to go ahead and do this book unhaul. I'm doing videos for what I read in 2019, what I read in 2020, 21, 22. So the books containers that have 2019, 2020, 2021, I went through those and pulled out the books I just knew I was never going to reread. More Than Human, Theodore Sturgeon. I don't even remember what this was about, but when I read it, it took me to read a chapter a day. And then I just didn't like it back then, and I remember that, so it's gone. The Sarah Summer by Mary Downinghan. I like her more ghost story type books. I just didn't like this one. There's Someone Inside Your House. The Woods Are Always Watching by Stephanie Perkins. I personally like in the French Kiss, that series better. This one right here was better than this one. But overall, I just know I'm not going to reread them. Pretty covers though. We've also got Icons and Idols by Margaret Stoll. Now, hear me out. I loved these two books, and I'm not going to call it a duology because, I mean, that's what you see, but it's not finished. And even though I loved them, the story's not finished. As far as I can see when I did my research, it's not going to be, so I'm just going to let those go. Red Moon by Benjamin Percy. I remember absolutely hating this book. Pretty cover. I'm sure there are people out there that love this. It just isn't for me. The Abundance of Catherine's, Paper Towns, both of these are by John Green. These were just okay. I have other books by him that I really enjoy. He's a good author. He's a good writer, storyteller. It's just these two aren't for me. The Woman in Cabin 10, The Turn of the Key, both by Ruth Ware. The stories were kind of interesting to me, but the writing style just wasn't for me, so therefore I'm letting these go. We've got a bunch by Mary Downinghan. I know you've already saw one, but here's some more. Deep and Dark and Dangerous, One for Sorrow, Where I Belong, Took, All the Lovely Bad Ones, Look for Me by Moonlight. These right here aren't bad because Mary Downinghan, she's a good storyteller. She's a good children's author. I really enjoy some of her books. Wait Till Homeland Comes is my favorite children's book by her. I loved it as a kid. I love it now. It's just these I know I'm not going to reread. We've got Tiny Pretty Things and Shiny Broken Pieces. Beautiful book covers. This is a bunch of drama, and it's a ballet school. And I love the drama in books. I just don't like the ballet aspect of it. So I'm going to let go of those. And then we got Strange Grace by Tessa Gratton. Again, beautiful cover. When I first read this, I temporarily DNF'd, and I did pick it back up and finished it, and I am glad that I did. But because of that, I look back, I'm like, okay, you know what? It took me a minute to read this. I temporarily DNF'd it. I did come back to it, but I still temporarily DNF'd it. So that's the biggest part of why I'm letting it go now. Same with this, All the Ever Afters. This is the untold story of Cinderella's Stepmother by Danielle Teller. I did the same thing. I temporarily DNF'd it, then picked it back up and finished it. Now, there are parts I really enjoyed, but there are also parts I just didn't like. So for that reason, I'm DNFing this one. Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. Hold Me Closer by David. It's the Tiny Cooper story by David Levithan. These were okay. Now, I liked this one way better than I liked this one. However, when I think about this, yes, it was a good story. Good writing style. I just know that I'm not going to reread it. All these books, I think someone else would enjoy them better than I will, or better than I did, and I have other books that I want to read. Now let's go through these pile of Goosebumps. No, it's not the whole series. Out of all the Goosebumps books I do own, I'm keeping 2. I'm keeping Welcome to Dead House and The Ghost Next Door. These are all by R.L. Stine. Goosebumps was a childhood favorite. I started ordering them for my son, thinking, me and my son could read them together. Several months ago, this was sometime last year, I think, I started reading Welcome to Dead House with him. He didn't get into it. So the other day, I think it was sometime last week, I was like, do you want these? Are you interested? He said no. So I'm just going to take these to McKay's too, and I'm going to go through them with you real quick. Be careful what you wish for. Say cheese and die. The Haunted Mask. Deep Trouble. Monster Blood 2. I'm Sorry for the Glare. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Let's Get Invisible. The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. Go Eat Worms. Ghost Beach. Return of the Mummy. Phantom of the Auditorium. Why I'm Afraid of Bees. Stay Out of the Basement. Night of the Living Dummy. The Girl Who Cried Monster. And Monster Blood. There's only a few more. We've got One Day at Horrorland. You Can't Scare Me. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. Beware the Snowman. How I Got My Shrunken Head. Attack of the Mutant. I apologize for the glare. I hope it was all in frame and you can see them. So anyway, I won't keep you any longer. These are all the books that I'm going to take to McKay's. I already have the box started. You saw that small book unhaul. And these are going to go too. So I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please like it. And also subscribe and stick around if you like book content and a little bit of makeup content. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.